Hi guys, welcome back to the channel and a big thank you for tuning into today's video. So today I would like to talk about whether or not I would recommend you guys getting your heavy goods class 2 license. I'm going to be talking about, is it a good investment, is it a good job, and is it worth your while to spend that money getting your license done to then start a new career in the HGV industry. So the reason I want to make this video is because I'm coming up to my 3rd year of driving HGVs now, so I think I've got a decent amount of experience so that I can give a good honest review of the job, and also some good examples of why I enjoy it and maybe a couple of examples of why I don't enjoy it sometimes, which isn't going to be a lot. That won't take a lot of time because there's not much I don't enjoy about this job, to be honest. I'm not going to be talking specifically about what I do as in the scrap industry. It's just going to be literally all down to getting your license and driving a truck on a day-to-day basis. So when I visit different clients on a daily basis, I do get speaking to young lads and girls in the yard who do often ask, is it a good job and is it worth making that initial investment within yourself? And straight away, anything to do with investing in yourself, I am a big fan of. I love that set of words, investing in yourself, because you're making yourself, more appealing to employers or possible employers, and also you just educating yourself, learning new tricks, new trades, and there's nothing better than that, really, is there? To be able to say I can do this, this and this and this and this, rather than I've been stuck working in retail all my life and I've got no skills and I'm always on a basic paid job. That's not the route I wanted to go down. When I left school, I did have a lot of crappy jobs working in retail or hospitality, in pubs and bars and things like that. And yeah, the hours are crap. You never seem to get a proper break. You're always getting asked to do overtime and it's always silly hours. You don't have much of a social life, so it's one of them. I understand from people's point of views, if you're coming from a working class family or you're a working class person, that having to spend nearly £2,000 to get a driving license for HGVs, it can be a bit of a tough decision to make. Not everybody's got sort of £2,000 lying around, and I understand that. So one thing that I did notice when people were asking me is they kind of think that once you want to do your heavy goods, you're kind of locked into it, if you're with me. It's sort of, you go down to the driving centre or the driving school and you put a deposit down and that's it, they've got your money. But it doesn't work like that at all. So I'd just like to quickly explain to you, if you're not sure, this video is to help you guys make your mind up, but if you're not sure on whether you want to do it or not, don't worry, because when you ring up a driving school, they won't just say, right, well, which way do you want to do it? They don't do it that way. What they actually do is bring you in for a taster session, and it's pretty much what it says on the tin. It is to give you a taste of whether you actually want to do it or not. You get to drive the truck for about half an hour to an hour. Not probably on busy main roads. It'll be on an industrial estate like where I did it, and that allows the instructor to assess how many driving hours you're going to need, for practice, but it also gives you the opportunity to see whether you do want to actually do this or not. Don't forget, you're going to be driving a curtain sider. The majority of driving schools have curtain siders to do your testing, so if you don't be disheartened, you're not going to go out in a rolling off or a skip truck to do your test. I've never really heard of that, so don't worry about it. If you don't like the curtain sider but you want to go into waste, or you want to drive what I'm driving, a rolling off, then you can do that. So just don't be put off by the wagon. I didn't really like the wagon I did my testing. It was a big DAF CF. I think it was an 18 tonner, but yeah, it wasn't the best truck to drive in comparison to what I'm driving now, which is a all bells and whistles Scania. So we'll get on with the video now anyway. I've just cleared that up, so I don't want you guys worrying, thinking that you're going to waste money. You do have the opportunity to test it out first, so that's the first thing I wanted to get out of the way. So do I think it's a good investment? Well, yeah. Like I say, if you're coming from a £1,200–1,300 a month job, doing this job, you're going to be going from £1,200–1,300 to at least £1,800 to £2,000, and then up and up and up. you start getting grab licenses and things like that, you're going to be on £180 a day with some companies. So there is good money to be earned. Yeah, you do have to invest again in yourself a little bit more, but it's definitely worth it, because the more money you want to earn, you just have to invest in yourself some more. Like they all say, you have to spend money to make money, and that is true. So what do I enjoy about doing this job? What makes this a good job for me? Well, the freedom makes it a good job. You're driving around all day, you're not stuck in the same place all day. Yeah, technically you are, because you're sat in a truck, but you're not grounded all day. You get going about different companies, seeing a lot of different scenery, and all that to me is much better than sitting in an office or sitting in a garage. I've done those kind of jobs and they weren't for me, and that's why I came in and wanted to invest in myself and become an HGV driver. So what else do I enjoy about driving a truck? Well, I enjoy the fact that you can actually have a break and not have anybody bother you on it, or come on the shop floor and help us because we're busy. You don't get any of that in this job. Once you've pulled over and you press that button and you've got your break time symbol on there, that is your break time. Nobody can start telling you to come and do this, do that. That's your break. You do with it what you will, like me now, just making a little video for you guys. So that freedom, you can't really get that in other jobs. You can do it on your lunch break, but how many times, if you guys work in retail, if you sat down to eat your lunch and had someone come up and say, oh, can you come and help us downstairs because the shop floor's, absolutely rammed with customers, we really need an extra set of hands on the shop floor. Yeah, when the managers want to go for their dinner, oh, don't bother him. I've got myself out of that sort of episode of my life where I was doing those jobs, and now I am happy. I go home happy. I enjoy my job now, and that in itself, for my mental health and everything, just being in a job that I enjoy has just made my life so much better. And then to be adding on top of that I'm on a lot more money than I've ever been on, they're all bonuses, they're all good points. So that's why I enjoy it. The money's better, I'm not stressed as I used to be. I can actually go home and not be absolutely knackered. Spend time with my children. I can go home and play with my motorbike or do a bit of tinkering with my car, and that's it. That's the whole point of it with me, is just to be able to free a bit more family time up, but also be able to live a better quality of life through having a little bit of extra money. Now, me personally, I'm on at the moment an extra £800 a month to what I was usually on when I was working in retail or working in hospitality. So £800, it's nearly an extra £1,000 a month. And then if you add all the little bits I do on the side up, buying and selling car parts and things like that, it's just a little hobby that I do, in guitars and, exhaust for motorbikes, just little bits and bobs, and I can pull in, with my truck driving wages, I can pull £3-4 grand a month in if I want to. £2 of that's my wages, and the other £2 could be selling bits and bobs, but it's always totting me up. So for me, guys, this is a good industry to get into, especially with the scrap, because obviously I like tinkering with things. So when I see cool stuff get thrown out in the yard, I only have to, give the thumbs up to the gaffer and point at it, and he sort of like, take it with you, mate, take it away. As long as I'm not taking the mick and like, oh, I need loads of sets of alloys, but that's what I mean. I work for a good company right across the road from my house, so I have, in shorter terms, smashed it with this job. Literally, the yard's a stone's throw away from my house, so I can walk to work in less than 5 minutes. Like I say, the money's better and I'm much happier as a person. So let's talk about maybe perhaps the one thing that I don't like about this job. And it's not even that I don't like about the job, it's just something you have to deal with whilst you're doing the job. Excuse me. And that's other drivers. Every day someone will cut you up. Every day, without fail, someone will cut you up. You're slowing down for the lights, they'll just nip in front of you because they think you're a slow truck driver and you're taking your time. What they don't realise is you've got 15, 16 ton behind you and you're slowing down gradually because that's the safest way to do it. A lot of people are uneducated, they do fly around you. But one bit of advice I'll give you, if you've got road rage, work on it. Don't let these people wear you down every day, because the first year I was driving lorries, that is exactly what happened to me. People were getting me that stressed out by doing silly manoeuvres around me. A couple of times I was like, I've had enough of this, I'm not doing it. But what I didn't realise, it was me handling it wrong. rather than me going, do you know what, he's an idiot, leave him to it, he'll get caught one day, or he'll do it one day and a truck will go up his bottom. You know, I used to go, oh, look at this guy, go off my head, but all I was doing then was just making my blood pressure go through the roof and things like that, and stressing myself out. So if you can learn to cope with the idiots, you will really enjoy this job. You know, you'll enjoy the money, you'll enjoy the freedom, you'll enjoy being able to bring food with you, which is another really big important thing you guys need to bring with you to this job. Be organised, bring water with you, bring drinks with you to put behind your seat or in your storage, because if you get a blowout, you get a puncture, your engine breaks down and you're stuck in the middle of nowhere, you could have £1 million in the bank, but it's no good to you because there's no shops nearby. You know, you might want to go and get a paper to sit and read while the tyre man comes out. You might want to, you know, you might need a phone charger, for example. You can get stuck in the most strangest of situations. So all I will say is to definitely have a good look at it, have a good weigh up, and then at the end of it you will come out with a better job. So from me, you know, I wish you all the best. You guys who've commented saying you've got your test soon, I wish you all the best with your test. But yeah, it's definitely a good investment. You know, take it from me, I'm a much happier person. So if you've got any questions at all to do with the video or to do with anything else to do with HGVs, please drop a comment below. And I shall see you guys on the next one. If you haven't already subscribed as well, please do click the subscribe button. It just spurs me on to make more videos to help more people out. So that's it from me today, guys. Thanks again for tuning into today's video, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.